My name is Jonathan Parks, and welcome to Jonathan's Nature Crafts. I must inform you that I do not live in this house by myself, but live here with other people. Sometimes other members of the household may have to walk through areas where I might be recording with other family members on the phone. If you hear any noise like that, please feel free to disregard. We are doing our best to get noise canceling equipment, which may at least keep you from hearing exactly what is being said. Thank you for considering. Well, I do want to kind of come on and say that there's little things I'd like to work on this time around, and it is probably just a little hot out there and probably a little too hot to carve out on the porch right now, but we'll just like to say that, I just kind of first of all, went to bed late last night, probably about midnight, woke up about 7 this morning, and I'd say, that would probably be a good 7 hours of sleep, but probably not enough for how hot it is right now, so don't know whether that was good or not. I kind of fell back to sleep this afternoon, so kind of got little bitty things to kind of focus on, and just to say that we're kind of working our way into what we make, and for the little note, we'll say that maybe, just maybe, a good time to sharpen this knife. So we kind of say probably got it real good and sharp here. Kind of gonna take a certain little step where you see this little place where these little line is drawn out to make a little place to show the kneeling of Mary. We're going to try to work a little line into that, try to remove what we can from there. I say that this is just kind of a little bit of something that we kind of work little ways into to make it so it's going to be a bright little piece of art for us. Kind of trying to say what we can to make this little thing just the kind of work we want to see little things come out to be. I say kind of just little places where this is going to be a bright little wooden statue. And I know that we don't want to offend people of different religions, but I'd say that I know that sometimes in Catholicism people kind of have Jesus and Mary mingled into their artwork. There are some denominations where they believe that the moment that Mary conceived Jesus, she became perfect from that point on and never sinned again. Personally, that's not my belief, but it's always just kind of good that we respect everybody's beliefs. I come on here and kind of make this thing where we see that we come into Joseph's little coat, remove some of this stuff here, and I tell y'all that a little passion goes into a piece of art to make it like a masterpiece. And I say that of all things, you know, you never know how things are going to be. Probably couldn't make my good living off of this work, but I'd say this is kind of how I spend my time of day, you know, with little realities I have in life. I say right now I'm not really going to work at the moment because it's summer break and I work in a school cafeteria, and would probably say other than doing school cafeteria work and getting benefits from the government, this is pretty much just the other kind of work I do, just kind of keeping business at its finest. Probably got pieces of little reversed here. I say that probably thought we had already done a few more than we did, but turns out we just did Joseph there, and got a little step to take into Mary here as well. I say kind of chipping away at the stuff we have to gather it together in what we have and make, I say, to show how this is just going to be a great piece of work for us to see, to show, to have in places. Can't wait to really be able to see what sells whenever anything does, because there's going to come the time these are going to be out at my events where I'll be having a table set up and be having some things set up where people come along, look at what I have, see what I have. I say that it turns out we've probably maybe have gotten the Mary already from Genuine Mahogany, and the one from African, the Joseph from African. It's a little time now where we take care of this little Joseph from Genuine Mahogany and just kind of get that little excess bit of wood removed. I say it's just kind of like how a little goodness in what we have shall take us further along, take us a long way. And we know that for most of our holidays, God was in them, you know. I'd say we kind of got our Independence Day coming up in a few days, and so we kind of got ways to get ourselves ready for that. There'd be times my family would go to the church parking lot on Independence Day because the church was just down the street from Rupp Arena, and where all that stuff was, and where the parade was, and where they shot off the fireworks. So they opened a lot to the community, to the neighborhood, to let everyone just come in and see. It was just a way we had to reach out to a community in need. I say that perhaps we'll kind of look along here, find another little step to take into these figures, and I say that there's going to be little things we'll do, and maybe just kind of do a little thing where we'll kind of take 1/8 of an inch off the top of the head. This is a step that could take a little while longer, so decided to stop it long enough to make these little eighth of an inch marks, and kind of take a little steps from here where we do what comes along next, and shave from here up to those marks to remove what's around that area. I say just kind of just remove what we need from there, kind of get rid of the stuff that's going to be a little trouble to us. And I say just kind of shave along lines, because this is just kind of a little crazy bit of mess we have that we're going to come out with. And I'd say there may come a time when we're uploading videos that I might kind of take along one of these other figures and go along about the same steps. So I say that this is just what we need to see in a little bit of a step that we take. I say, good gracious, it's just kind of time when we just work about kind of removing excess chips and wood from around the head of a carving. And so I say just a little bit of a extra way we make things seem like they're just the type of work we like to see, the type of work we like to look at and share and be all symbolic of to people of things. Because I say that you know, nativities come in great sizes, you know, and so we come along there with that, thinking we're going to do a little more. We kind of like, I say, get a little bit of extra removed along this way. And I say just kind of reconcile a little piece as to what we're going to have when it comes down to it. Sometimes, just sometimes, with ways people hear me speak for a video, they don't know much about so much of what I have to say, but I say that this is just the kind of work that I enjoy for my lifetime. I will say that a little shaving comes along of nice little things that kind of take away all the shaving and chip and stuff. And just for all things, I tell y'all that, you know, sometimes it's like you get all these shavings and almost it looks like hamster or gerbil or guinea pig bedding. There's probably woods like cedar and pine you'd use that for. Whether or not you could do it for African mahogany or real mahogany, I don't know. And sometimes all the things they tell you about the different kinds of woods you use, so much to learn and find out from the different steps and stages of work in your life. I say that this is just kind of one little thing we have to work with to kind of remove what's extra in a little piece of work that comes out carved just right in a way. We know that sometimes there's things that people see, things people worship, other things that are material along the way. And I say that with this little step we take, we got extra chippies coming by, being removed from the piece. And I say that this is just kind of the heavier work that gets done with a bigger and heavier knife at least. So I say with just a little power in us, we can move along and make things as good as they're going to be. And so I want to say that it's been good to have you all on today. This time it's like we might kind of shorten things down just a little bit. Don't know whether we'll be out on the porch tonight doing another video. It may all just depend on the weather and stuff, but all just gets to be a matter of how I feel tonight, what I feel like doing. And so I just want to say I appreciate your coming on so much. Hope you've seen all my videos and some of the ones I've shared recently. Remember the young lady who needs a kidney. Don't forget about that. Thank you for coming on. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned.